Today we're going to be continuing our conversation about what if Tuxedo Mask was a woman. If you haven't watched part one, I suggest that you go ahead and watch that first. I will link it right in the corner so that you can go and watch that and then come back to this video. Alright, let's get down to business. Alright, these last two scenarios go like this. Either Princess Serenity falls in love with the Queen or Princess Endymion of Earth, but Beryl does not. Or things play out exactly the same as far as before their reincarnation. And they both fall for her. Now, even if Beryl doesn't fall for her, Natalia could still possibly use her or find a different Earthling to corrupt, keeping the premise pretty much the same. So here's the difference. I believe that Endymion would have awakened as a sailor soldier, since she is the ruler of Earth, and would still hold a crystal. In this case, she would transform in an attempt to save Princess Serenity, but still be killed. Venus would be killed on Earth still, and Serenity would kill herself. Queen Serenity would still use the silver crystal to send Endymion to the future to be reincarnated. Now I'm going to tell the story from the perspective of Endymion, or Mamoru. Now, Sailor Earth. Mamoru woke up. Her head was killing her. She looked around her hospital room in confusion. Where am I? She wondered. She noticed she was in a hospital bed and hooked up to IVs with fluids dripping. She began to panic. What happened? Where was she? And wait, who am I? She shouts. She begins to scream and cry. She is only a child after all. A nurse rushes in trying to calm her. The doctor is at her heels. Calm down, Mamoru, calm down, he says firmly as the nurse restrains her. She stops suddenly. Mamoru? Is that me? Is that my name? Yes, the doctor replies, flipping through a clipboard of files. You were involved in a car accident about a week ago. Your parents, he paused. They died instantly. You've been in a coma. You also suffer from a retrograde amnesia, but I'm sure your memories will return. It should return. At least we hope. Mamoru began to cry. The doctor looked solemnly at the nurse as he quietly told her to make sure to call someone once the child was healed up. It's been 10 years since that fateful day in the hospital, since she lost her memory, and Mamoru has adapted well. She's in a prestigious high school and living in her own apartment. Now I want to pause the story here and say this. This is where Mamoru's story becomes a mix of the original Tuxedo Mask and something like Michiru's story as far as awakening and stuff. So, Mamoru begins hovering, having strange dreams at night of someone calling to her. She sees a princess, whose face is blurry, standing on a balcony. The princess turns and looks at her. Why haven't you found me yet? She asks. You must find me. It is your duty to awaken and keep guard over me. Find me and the others. Use the crystal. With that, Mamoru awakens in a cold sweat. That was so strange, she says. She goes to school. She's a loner. There are many students at her school who look up to her, many boys who want to date her, and many girls who want to be her. But she feels disconnected from them all. After school, she's walking home when she's distracted by a beeping horn. Not paying attention, she trips, falling and scraping her arm. Oh shoot, she cries, sitting up and staring at her bleeding arm. A passerby runs up. Are you alright? Mamoru stares at her arms. She wipes the blood off, but notices that there's almost nothing there. The wound closes the rest of the way, and she looks shocked and perplexed. Are you okay? The stranger asks, looking concerned. Mamoru jumps up. I'm fine, she responds hurriedly, and then she grabs her books and runs off home. Even more disturbing to her is that she could sense the stranger's feelings of worry, fear, and confusion. She felt them all. It felt like a prickling all over her body. Mamoru made herself some tea and sat down. Find me. You must find our crystals, especially the silver crystal. Mamoru awoke. How long had she been asleep? It was dark out. I have to find this silver crystal, she thought. Rummaging through her closet, she found an old Halloween costume. It was a tuxedo vest with a cape. With that, she threw on an old school skirt and some heels. Finally, she grabbed the mask she'd worn to her junior high's masquerade ball. Good enough, she thought. And then she leapt from the balcony into the night. So that was a little bit of fan fiction. I will continue this story in part 3 and just see where we go from there. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up and help my channel out. Please subscribe for more Sailor Moon videos, what ifs, explanations, theories, and fan fictions, as well as news and updates. Thank you for watching, and as I always say, in the name of the moon, have a great day.
And I love how a lot of her personality is actually what Mars is supposed to be, and how Mars is in the manga, which didn't translate over into the show. I also forgot to mention that I'll be answering these questions strictly about the 90s anime, unless the question requires me to answer it about something different. Moving on.